and a member of the steering committee of the Canadian Peace Alliance.
Thank you, Peter, and congratulations to all the groups that are participating in the protest and in this press conference. Peter mentioned that I'm a member of the steering committee of the Canadian Peace Alliance. Just wanted to say a few words about Canadian Peace Alliance, which is Canada's largest coalition of peace organizations. We span the country. We have over 200 member groups, from very small groups like the Burlington Association for Nuclear Disarmament to much larger groups like the Canadian Labour Congress and the Canadian Islamic Conference. Other speakers have documented very well the crimes of Colin Powell. And so I won't rehash that. I'll just simply say that in addition to what he's done as a person, he represents a military industrial complex that continues to dominate the world. Iraq is just one part of it. The occupation of the West Bank, so it's not just because Colin Powell has lied and Colin Powell has broken international law, but he has been a key part of the architecture. He was America's top military officer. He then was America's Secretary of State. So it's inconceivable that he could be brought here as a guest of honor for anything. And I think it's something that we really do have to protect. If we're going to make any headway in creating a just and peaceful world, it must be based on law and respect for law. And Colin Powell represents total disrespect of law. So with that, I'll conclude my review. Thanks.
Speaker, but not least. Rennie from the Canadian Union of Postal Workers, Executive Officer, and a member of the Hamilton Labour Council Human Rights Group. Mr. Peter.
Clearly, after everyone said everything everyone said, it's obvious that Canadians are concerned about peace and justice. Should be really concerned about the visit of Colin Powell. Canadian Union of Postal Workers opposes war and militarism and the death, grief, hardship, and suffering of innocent people all around the world that they cause, and those responsible for it. Colin Powell is one of those people most responsible for this unnecessary and criminal war of aggression. CUPW believes there are alternatives to war. Governments must find political, peaceful solutions to the political, economic, and ideological conflicts. Individuals or states who commit acts of terrorism must be brought to justice through international law, not unilateral wars based on double standards of international justice. Colin Powell and his colleagues are guilty of being responsible for international war crimes, violation of international law, the most serious violations. And they should be brought to justice and not treated as heroes. That's all I have to say.
On behalf of the Hamilton Coalition, I'd like to thank all the participants in this press conference. For the press, I would like to remind people that in this room are representatives of labor, academia, people from the city of Hamilton. There are Jews, Muslims, and Christians in this room, all speaking with one voice, speaking for peace, speaking against the allowing in of this war criminal. And in fact, I find it quite ironic that, rap artists are stopped at the border for the least reason, for some lyric that they've done or some alleged, petty crime that they've done in the States, but somebody who's been responsible for the killing of 1 million people. This will go down as, in the annals of war crimes, is one of the worst in history. This war probably is a defining point in modern politics It's a war of preemption, where for no reason George Bush and his minions invaded the country and has created more war. Where all the talk, it was never about peace, it was never about stability, it was never about democracy. It was about their hegemony in the Middle East, and we as Canadian people we said no to the war in the first place. We have to say no to Colin Powell, and no to our Prime Minister who's trying to emulate George Bush in Afghanistan and other parts of the world. We want a peace agenda, not a war agenda, and we're looking forward to seeing every one of you out there at 5 o'clock, join with hundreds of others that will be saying no to Colin Powell. So thank you.